Don't you forget you're special. Don't you forget you're special.
We were all born different, even those that look alike, even twins of differences and can be identified.
Welcome to the Able Show. My name is Elon Carter, and I have my co-host with me today.
Kendra Shoemaker.
Astrid Gamino.
And I'm Rebecca Cristancho.
Today we have a really special guest. She has broken barriers. She has been in the industry of the music and arts. She's a screenplay writer. She's won awards. We're going to talk about it with Crystal Rivers.
Will you search for your purpose?
Come on, DJ.
Call me if you need someone to vent to. I know you just trying to be the best you. You can make it too, I swear it's all in your mental. All you gotta do is just know that you're special. Come on.
Life will always test you, turn you to the best you. Don't know what you've been through, but I hope you get through. I can be someone you can vent to when it feels this world's against you, and you forget you're special. Don't you forget you're
We are
special.
back with Crystal Rivers. We are going to talk about some of the accomplishments you've done, which is amazing. Welcome.
Girl.
Yes.
So much for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
We're excited, and you're so pretty.
Your dress is so fun.
It's a very girly.
Yes.
We love it because we've had quite a few women on our shoots lately, and it's been just really like fun and refreshing.
Oh yeah, I love the energy.
Yeah.
The girl energy.
Well, we know you're a writer. We know you're a screenplay writer.
I actually, I'm first generation American, and I'm in the Television Academy.
That's
which
amazing.
I've been a member now for 2 years, and it was one of those big like life goals. I remember having like the Academy Awards stuck on my wall, manifesting it. And
Visualization.
Yes, it's so
It really is powerful. That works. Like people are starting to understand you can manifest anything if you just keep focusing on that.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
What made you get into writing? Like how did that?
So I started as an actor, and I worked for years in this industry, and when I became disabled, I thought I had to quit. I thought I had to retire because I didn't really see anyone on TV or film that looked like me, and it was, very hard to come to terms with that, and I ended up having a stroke, and I had to learn to speak again. But before I could speak, I started writing. And so what I'd been familiar with all of those years was screenplays. Because I'd been acting, I'd been reading them. And so my acting coach was incredible. He basically gave me a full ride scholarship and said, please write scenes for the actors in my acting class. And that was my way of communicating what I needed to do. So I started out writing little scenes here and there for actors to perform in class. And then one thing led to another. And then I had a few scripts, and now they're winning at festivals. And
Yeah, that's amazing. I saw that. And I'm like, oh, that's so amazing. And you get to travel.
I get to
go
travel
everywhere.
to go. Yeah, I just got back from Barcelona, Love and Hope
Wow, I
International.
love Barcelona.
Yeah,
It's so beautiful there. It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Oh, that was fun, I bet.
Yeah.
That's cool. What age did you start acting?
Oh my gosh. So I was a national competitive gymnast when
Wow.
growing up. So I used to travel and compete and do gymnastics all over the place. And when I kind of got out of that after an injury, I started doing print work for like Power Bar and things like that up in Washington State. I had kind of a rough childhood. Ended up in the system, and thankfully when I was 16, Mama V took me in, and so that gave me some stability and got me back into acting, and I started taking local classes at the college. And and then I moved to LA by myself at 17 years old.
Wow.
Lived in a car, did the whole thing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I ended up getting a job at Universal Studios playing Tommy in the Rugrats show with the
Oh, you
big
did?
head and dancing on stage, yeah.
It takes so much courage.
That does.
Yeah.
17?
17, yeah. And then I kind of had a dancing career after that. I got in a High School Musical dance along, and things were going great. And then I got hit by a car walking across the street.
Yeah,
My goodness.
So that was like, that kind of made me realize, okay, I need to focus more on the
Was
acting
it here
side.
in Los Angeles?
Here in Los Angeles,
People
in
drive
the Valley.
crazy. I mean,
And until just recently, they just kind of changed the law. Before, you had to let the pedestrians before. Now you could jaywalk. But
Yeah.
which
it's always been a rule. You have to stop no matter what.
No matter what. And this person actually backed up and drove around me and took off. So they never did find the person in the hit and run. But
And do you not
Were you
remember?
injured from that?
So that actually wasn't, that injury was, I tore my ACL and I had like, it kind of
That's
killed
not
my
what
dancing
disabled
career,
you.
but that wasn't what disabled me.
Oh my gosh.
The stroke that I had was actually due to medications. You know, sometimes they put women on birth control pills and hormones and things, and mixing that with other medications caused a stroke.
Wow.
Oh my
And
gosh.
so
young.
yeah, very, thank you, I appreciate that. But yeah, I like to raise awareness because, I mean, I wasn't aware that birth control pills could do that.
Just the-
I wasn't until right now.
Oh, I'm a breast cancer survivor.
Are you?
Yeah, and I never shared this on the show. And three doctors confirmed it was birth control pills.
Wow.
And I have a younger sister, and I keep telling her, you
Get
got to
off
get
of
off
them.
of them,
yeah.
because, you know, you
hormones?
never know. And it was the hormones, because a lot of times, like, the doctors weren't paying attention.
Yep.
Some has more testosterone, and some of them have
Progesterone.
I mean, and doesn't have. You're supposed to have more testosterone and not so much estrogen. Mine was overly had too much estrogen, and my body already produced a lot, but they didn't check. So that, you know, could be what happened if the doctors don't check and they get paid for the pharmaceuticals, they just give it to you. So I'm glad that you're raising awareness, because doctors literally, because I was like, this doesn't even run in my family. Cancer runs in my family, but not breast cancer. So it was kind of a shock to everyone.
Yes.
And after I had the stroke, like I said, it took about 8 months of me like learning to speak again, and
That must have been hard.
it was so frustrating. And I know now what people go through later in life. I can't imagine going through it.
How old were you?
Yeah, I was asking.
This was 7, so I was about 32.
That's so young.
Wow.
To have to go through that, because you expect someone older to go through that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so while I was laid up, I lost a lot of movement in the left side of my body. I remember I had to like play Twister, like right hand, left hand, yellow, and just not being able to get my hand to go to the yellow. I've come such a long way. And while I was in bed, I have osteoarthritis from all the years of gymnastics, and the bone spurs grew into my sciatica in both sides and to my lower back. And so, yeah, that kind of is what caused the wheelchair use. And
Oh my God.
after that, I needed to write movies that were more real about what this experience is like, because I found myself being ableist, thinking, oh, I'm gonna get better, I'm gonna be walking, I know this story, this is, you know, you just work hard enough and you'll be on your feet in no time. But that isn't the case, and that generally isn't the case most of the time. So when I started writing, I write to dispel the tropes that we see in TV and film about, you know, these so-called happy
attitude.
Well, because I have a full life. I'm very happy with where I'm at right now. You know, I just got into fencing, which was something. Right? Because before I was an avid hiker. I did trapeze at the Santa Monica Pier. I did stunts. I did all these active things, and so I felt like I didn't really have that as an outlet. And then I happened to stumble upon the Triumph Foundation, is this incredible organization. They basically give us our humanity and dignity back by allowing us to try any sport for free.
That's cool.
They have all of the equipment for us, and I took to fencing like I'd been doing it my whole life. So.
Oh my gosh, well, we're gonna take a
Good
break
job.
really quick, and we will be back with more from Crystal Rivers. DJ X-Ray.
But I hope you get through. I can be a friend who, someone you can vent to when it feels this world's against you and you forget you're special. Don't you forget you're special. Don't.
We are back with Crystal Rivers. I want to talk about the bedazzled chair.
Right? A little bit of sparkle goes a long way.
I had to do something to spice it up. It was feeling a little bit too hospital.
It's a little blingy
cute.
bling. It's so cute, and I love the yellow spikes in there.
oh, my rims, yeah.
Your rims. She has some rims, and you guys can't see, but she has some like.
We could see her over here.
No, well, the audience can't see the rims. I know we can see the rims. We could see the bedazzle and the bling bling on there.
So when you started acting again after your stroke and everything, when you started being able to talk, was it like a slow process? Like,
It was a very slow process, and I would say things like, you know, you don't think about how easy it is when you're like, you need to make a right turn at the light. I would say you need a backpack at the store, and like the words were there, but they were the wrong words.
Oh.
And so it's called expressive dysphagia, and a lot of people actually suffer from it after they have a stroke. And it was about 8 months recovery.
It's like your brain kind of scrambles the words up.
The words are scrambled, and I remember I would read and I couldn't comprehend what I was reading, so I'd have to read the same thing over and over again. And then I remember reading an entire page. The day I read a full page and remembered it, it was just like my heart opened up again. And
That's great. That
so
is wonderful.
and now having all of my abilities back like that, I'm just so grateful every single day of my life.
So when you reach that goal, you're like, because you already determined you're going to get better, right? You already set in your mind, I'm going to recover, I'm going to get better, and every day you make new strides.
And then thank goodness for I owe me getting back into acting to Jonah Hill. Strangely enough, I had gotten a commercial audition and they didn't know I was in a wheelchair at that point. And I was like, well, maybe I'll just show up and be like, hey guys, haven't seen you in a while, I'm in a wheelchair, haha, funny, can't audition for the commercial anymore. But I got there and they were like, you know what, you should just go in and audition. And he was there, it was the callback. And he was like, we'll just rewrite the role. She can be in a wheelchair.
That's great. That's amazing.
And then he was like, don't let anybody in this industry stop you or tell you you can't act or you can't do things just because you're in a wheelchair. You need to absolutely be out there telling your story.
No, I love that. That's so inspiring.
Well, that says a lot about his character. I like him even more now. I always thought he was funny. You know, but when you have good energy like that and you're positive, and we were just, we had a guest, we were talking about inspiration and helping each other. And if we can help each other, and when you get to that level, if you have a platform, then you have to give everybody else an opportunity. Well, you should give everyone an opportunity.
Lift up the people that are coming up. Yeah, it's so important.
That you're mentoring people now, or the people are reaching out to you, or?
I actually do. I was elected onto the Central Hollywood Neighborhood Council because I got so frustrated with accessibility issues that we still face today. The law is like anything built before 1989, they don't have to have access.
Yeah.
Really?
So and a lot of infrastructure is way older than that.
What about
That's crazy.
If you travel, because I lived in the UK for a long time.
Wonderful. I love the
What
UK.
about the tube though? It was so difficult because the tubes are so much, they're old, and I felt like it didn't have a lot of things for disability.
I actually got around better there than I've gotten around in America.
Really?
With the tube
I'm
system,
glad to
they
hear
have
that.
elevators, and they actually have a worker stationed every single tube for people with disabilities. So
Okay, maybe
they're
I just
there to
didn't know it was
assist.
hidden because you got to take all the escalators down, like 4 escalators. I'm like, how do people get around? And
They even had, I could access the crown jewels. They built a ramp and accessibility to go
that's
into the
good.
castles and the
that's
chapels.
great.
yeah, that's fun to be able to go and see all that stuff. But I'm glad they have that because I just don't recall seeing it. I always complained about that. I'm like, it's so crowded. They have to have stuff for people with disabilities to get around.
Yeah.
But that's amazing.
I wish we were the same in LA, but we're getting there. We're
getting
trying.
there. Yeah. So what do you have coming up? What are you working on?
I actually have a feature that's going to be coming out at the end of the year called Reunion, and that was a great ensemble piece. It had Ryan Hansen in it, Kelly Garner, Maddie Zima, and it was a first-time director, John Kim, and the role doesn't talk about me being in a wheelchair. It was nothing. It was one of those things where I did a table read, and they're like, "Yep, now the character's in a wheelchair."
Oh, that's awesome.
Just same thing. Just independent films and people with open minds that are willing to see beyond the wheels and allow us to do our job and continue to do the work. But so that's coming out at the end of the year, and I just was in a web series that was on the Academy ballot this year called Business People. And that was a lot of fun because we had a director from The Office, and I remember he was like, well, can you grab the pens from that top shelf? We need a shot of you trying to get them. And I was like, easy. Grabbed a broom, knocked him down, caught him. And he was like, oh, but we need to make it look like you can't do that. And I was like, oh, okay.
But I can. That's the whole point.
But I can't. And so he was able to see that and take that into account for physical comedy, and then wrote me more into the script based on what I could do physically, which was like pickpocket,
So it's kind of actually opened more doors.
It has in a weird way.
In a weird way.
Yeah, and it opens people's minds, and that's what I love when because kids don't see a wheelchair. When they see me, they'll think like, oh, it's a mermaid out of water. Like they don't think about that kind of thing. It's just as we get older, we start to see that and the differences in people. And so.
Do you tend to stick to a certain kind of genre when you're writing, or do you like to meddle in different?
So the one that won a bunch of awards recently was a romantic comedy, which is not my genre. I usually write horror thriller.
Okay.
And I really love like action-packed things. The next one I'm working on is, it's called Operation Dandelion, and it's a sci-fi thriller that's going to take place in a dystopian future where we have like an underworld and then the neon world above it, and yeah.
That sounds cool.
I love those. I think those are probably my favorite.
The
Yes.
futuristic, yes.
And
I
like
love,
Black Mirror is my
exactly.
favorite. Yes.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I like to go down like research rabbit holes. So I'll get a grain of something about like DNA strands, and I'm like, oh, I've got to use that in the script somehow and incorporate what I'm learning. And
That is very exciting.
yeah, so.
Oh, I love that.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Seattle,
Okay.
South Seattle, kind of all over the place. Yeah, my family situation wasn't great growing up,
Yeah.
so we moved around a lot. And
Yeah.
then by the time I was 15, I was on my own. And so I had a wonderful Mama V took me in, just like she took in all
Angel.
the, yeah, guardian angel, really. And you know, that provided me with stability, and I was able to do college during high school and get my high school credits for it.
That's good.
Smart.
So
How did she feel because she was raising you leaving to come to LA on your own at 17?
she was so proud of me and excited, yes, because I'd signed with my first agent out here, so I had somewhere, you know, to go. I only had enough saved to stay in an apartment for the first 3 months, and I thought, you know, 3 months in LA, I'll make it as an actor. Who doesn't? You know,
People come here so naive,
when you're a
right? They
kid.
don't realize that.
the hard work.
Naturally.
Right.
Exactly.
It seems much easier. We're going to go to a break. We will be right back. DJ, X-Ray.
You forget you're special. Don't you forget you're special. Don't you forget you're special.
We are back with Crystal Rivers. We are talking about breaking barriers and how she actually, was walking, had a normal life, and then she had a setback, what put her in the wheelchair, which you have shared because you didn't have to share your story with us. But it's so profound because you got right back up and you're back like nothing ever happened, right? You broke the barriers and you're still doing more stuff. What do you see in the future that you want to do?
I actually want to dip my toe into directing. I'm putting it out there now. This is the first time I'm actually saying it out loud.
You always manifest stuff, right? You already manifest the other stuff.
I'm manifesting because I've started like seeing writing and I, talking about producing these scripts and stuff, 25% of the population lives with a disability. And we don't see that in TV and film. It's 1% that we see right now in TV and film.
There's something I read where people are more likely to become disabled than they are to like get hit by a car.
It is the largest minority group as it's growing right now, especially with long-term COVID and things like that are affecting people.
There's an actor, black guy that was on one of the really big shows, and it was like they were filming, and during a break, I don't know if it was CSI, it was one of those kind of shows, they brought him back, he's still acting, I don't know his name, but he went to ride someone's motorcycle. It was like someone on the set and he got into an accident and he thought that he was not going to be able to work again, and so he just never stopped. They're like, okay, and he was the first person, it's been years, it's been like 10 years now, but he still works, he's a little older now, but he was a young guy. He's the first person I saw that the show he was on did not get rid of him.
That's amazing.
And I really got to look that up because it was amazing because they were just like, okay, they waited for him to get better and they brought him back.
I love that. I love when people are open-minded about that sort of thing because it's true. It could happen to anyone at any time. You don't
It's
know.
authentic. It's not like, life happens.
Right.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like now we're starting to be more open that, it's more realistic. It's life. That's what happens. And so we need to show everything in life. It doesn't always have to be make-believe, right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
It doesn't have to be like perfect.
Because everyone can relate to a situation.
There's a great, the Easter Seals has this great program. It's called the Disability Film Challenge. And that's kind of where I've built this community of other actors and performers with disabilities. And it's so incredibly inspiring to see how people create, like it's a 4-day challenge, 5-day challenge, where you get some ideas, you write, produce, direct short films, and they go into a festival. but to see the ideas and just how outside of the box that people with disabilities think, the problem solving, you know, we're always overcoming obstacles in our daily lives. So to see that creativity on set has just been so incredible.
Yeah, just the way their brains are working.
It's just different. We just think differently now. And
But you're really pretty, so you're gonna get jobs anyway. So they're like, oh, she's really pretty.
Still got the PPP. The pretty.
Yeah, they're not even paying attention. They're like, we don't know if she even has a disability. We see her face; she's so pretty, and you're so lively. And I think they don't. And I'm not saying that like in a superficial way. You're just a
you have
beautiful,
such a beautiful energy.
You have good energy, and you're a beautiful woman. So you're gonna work, right? You're gonna work regardless. And if they want you, it's like when you go into an audition. They know right away whether they want you or not.
Yeah.
You could do the best job. You could kick yourself when you walk out that door, and they say thank you for coming in. You're like, dang, right? Yeah. That's like kiss of death. No. Thank you for coming in. You're driving home and all that. But when you walk in that door and you light up and they see you, they're gonna make it work, right? True. So you have a light.
It's just a matter of getting in the door.
It's just getting the door, but as long as you can go in there and do the job. But you're actually very pretty, so there's no reason why they're gonna find a way to put you in there.
I appreciate that. Let's put that out there. Let's manifesting that.
So you're gonna find a way to get you in the directing.
I was just gonna say.
You gotta we gotta find somebody that's gonna be like, okay, yeah, we're gonna give her this shot.
Yeah, because I think that's so important that we incorporate disabilities in every aspect of TV and film. I love what you guys are doing on this show. It's so incredible.
It's a great show.
Yeah, that you guys have coaching and that you really took time to include the disabled community. It means so much to me and to other people out there.
Well, this is great because there's nothing, Davina, who put the show together, her concept, there's nothing out there like this, and we have been really blessed to have amazing talent on the show because of what it represents. It speaks volumes, and we're going to continue to grow, and we're putting it out there.
Yeah, girl. We're manifesting today.
Yes, it's a manifesting. It's like a whole,
Speaking on the directing, have you ever thought of writing a part for yourself in one of your scripts that's for yourself that you would like to act out?
I actually hadn't ever written a role for myself, except for in this last movie that I wrote. Paige, it's about a girl that spent a lot of time in a hospital, like me, and she's leaving on a life journey. She wants to travel the world, but before she does, she stops in New Orleans for Mardi Gras to visit her able-bodied aunt that's also very ableist in a town that can also be very ableist. And I've actually lived in New Orleans, and I love it out there. The people are incredible and amazing. Yeah. And she falls in love with a down-on-her-luck musician that is has an addiction problem. And so the story kind of has a little bit of my own life in it, and so that was the only script I've envisioned myself actually playing in. But otherwise I write roles for other people because I like to see the characters, and I kind of base them off people I've met or I've known in my life, and so that's how I like to write.
So that one's already completed? That one's already been written?
That one actually was a finalist at Slam Dance, and I got the best first 15 at Cannes. So that one's already
because
been
I'm super interested in it. I just want to know at what part in the process it's here.
Yeah, it's here, it's ready. I think my manager just started pitching it, and so we'll see where it goes.
We'll look out for it.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Look forward to it.
That's so exciting.
Yeah.
Definitely look forward to anything that's coming out. So, wow, I don't even know what to say because I'm so inspired. Now, what am I going to go home and journal about? If she can manifest stuff, we can manifest stuff. I know you guys are like inspiring actresses and models, and I know that you guys asked some of our guests, what helped you. So if this doesn't inspire you, I don't know what to say.
For sure.
Because if you put it in there,
watching,
but everyone says like if you journal and you just envision it, things will come.
Don't give up.
Yeah, it's even like a great message to embrace uniqueness in the industry. It's like we can all just be ourselves and thrive just the way we are.
And what makes us different is what makes us special. And I think that the camera sees that, and it's just a matter of getting the people that are in the suits to see that.
Yes. Right, for whatever vision they have.
The ominous them.
That we all love and adore.
Yes, we
gotta say that.
Please hire us.
But
so have you thought about going independent on your projects?
I have. You know, I really haven't. I'm still like learning this whole process. When I went to Barcelona, I ended up winning that film festival.
So cool.
And I was meeting all these filmmakers out there, and they were like, "You should come to Europe and film, and we can do this for you and that for you." And I guess I hadn't really thought of it or envisioned it or pictured it, but now that we're talking about it, yeah, I could see doing something independently.
You would love it over there.
Yeah.
Just to, go over there and work and stay. I have a friend who got a grant she's Italian, but she lives here. She got a grant from the government in Italy, and she's actually filming right now.
Oh, that's fantastic.
She's filming a movie in Italy.
That's so cool. There's just so much more opportunity. I feel like.
Well, because it's, this is the hub. Everyone comes to California to do movies, and they film in Canada. But Europe is just now starting to do, you see all these foreign films, and, they're all in English too.
fresh.
Well, right, so they're opening the doors, like, come over here, we want to see, we want your stars to come, and we'll open the doors for you to film, and they're giving money.
Yes, the incentives that they're starting to give in other countries are.
So that's something to think about, like, do you're independent, and, as long as I think you have to hire like a certain
amount of locals, I think.
Of local people, and if you're giving them work, they all want to get big in America.
Yes.
Right. So that's the goal. If you have somebody who's a main director, producer, or actor in America, and then you hire them, that's why they'll give you the money.
Yeah.
So you're gonna go.
I'm gonna look into that.
I know. Yeah. I'm telling you, I can be a good idea. I want you to contact me if you get it.
All right. Definitely need to write it.
We just want a job on the set so we can have a trip. I'll work over there.
Yeah.
I'll be a PA.
Quick question. Do you type your scripts or do you write your scripts?
I actually type. I use my computer Final Draft.
A lot quicker.
Yeah, it's a lot faster. I do handwrite journaling every day though.
You do?
Yeah.
I've been trying to write. My hands starting.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your story with us.
Oh no, thank you so much for having me.
Yes,
It's been amazing.
Well, we enjoyed this. This is really refreshing.
How can we find you on social media?
On Instagram, I'm at Crystal_Rivers_, pretty simple. And then I don't do TikTok or Facebook.
It's okay.
One is
Okay.
enough.
One is
Yeah,
enough.
I'm rarely
has
on
them all.
Facebook. I'm more on Instagram. But I
Yeah.
like the TikTok videos. I'm like, you know what? I have kids.
I had
like
TikTok.
addicted. It's terrible.
And I was addicted to scroll.
That's me.
Yeah, so I got rid of it.
can't, and I go, okay, today I'm not gonna do it. And then I go hide in my bathroom. I'm like,
Catch yourself.
what are you doing? Nothing. I'm in there for like 2 hours.
Yep.
Well, thank you so much. We really enjoyed it, and we are keeping out for your future endeavors. We're going to be watching you, Crystal.
Thank you so much. It was so nice to meet all of you.
So nice
Lovely.
to meet you.
Thank you for watching and tuning in to the Able Show. I want you guys to keep an eye out for Crystal Rivers in her upcoming films, and we are looking forward to seeing her do her movie overseas in Barcelona or Italy, somewhere over there. Thank you. We'll see you next time. Bring it on, DJ X-Ray.
You forget you're special. Don't you forget you're special. Don't you forget you're special. Don't you forget you're special.
Hey, you are special, and don't forget it. Even when everyone neglects to mention how you did for them when they didn't. I know life ain't always fair, but keep living. Cause after you lose it, that's when you miss it. And when you need them, that's when they get distant. But in person, they act like y'all have a friendship. Just remember that they make their own decisions, because it's their life just like it's yours. Life is a room, so keep up with your chores. If you want a lot, you gotta do more. Just think positive and always move forward. When you feel like you falling, I won't let you. If you ever get scared, then I'll protect you. When you feel like quitting, I won't let you. I'm saying this because to me you are special.
Life will always test you, turn you to the best you. Don't know what you've been